Welcome, mortals and mediocre students, to the chaotic, glitter-soaked nightmare that is Twisted Wonderland, a magic school where every day is a battle of egos, powers, and absolutely ridiculous drama. Buckle up, because today we're diving into a world where villains audition for anime roles while your sense of reality quietly dies. Yes, you, the one pretending to understand anything. This one's for you. Our protagonist, an unsuspecting human who wandered into a school that looks like a Pinterest board for villain chic, is immediately thrown into Night Raven College and greeted by a cast of pretty boys whose sole life purpose is to look like a luxury perfume ad while plotting emotional devastation. Claw is a football jock with the charm of a rabid raccoon who thinks every problem can be solved with brute force and protein shakes. Scarabia is a collection of sand-swept drama kings who cry in slow motion for literally no reason, yet somehow manage to look tragic. Pomfio are perfect roses with thorns sharper than your self-esteem, aka weapons of mass distraction. Diasomnia are sleepy goths who emotionally manipulate you in your nightmares while sipping tea like nothing happened. Octavinelle is a crime syndicate in school uniforms who also host bake sales, because criminal overlords need hobbies. Ignihide are hot tech nerd with an exploding furnace of personalities, and a penchant for looking dangerously cute while inventing devices that could obliterate the campus. Our protagonist's first thought is, I don't belong here, and our audience's thought is, correct. Run fast. Of course, no anime school is complete without an unfair trial, so the magic classes begin. Sensei, attempting to act like a retired ninja, clearly has no clue what they are doing, while students throw spells with the grace of Broadway dancers hopped up on espresso. Our protagonist dodges like a cat avoiding responsibility, while a so-called ally betrays him for absolutely no reason other than because plot. The room explodes in glitter, fireballs, and, somewhere in the corner, a student becomes a cautionary tale for anyone foolish enough to underestimate magical chaos. Honestly, the entire curriculum seems rigged, and I can't stop laughing at how this school somehow got accredited. And that, kids, is why you never trust a magic school that doubles as a villain recruitment center. Between classes, our protagonist tries to make friends, but quickly discovers that everyone here is basically a ticking emotional landmine. One betrayal hits like a freight train. Someone gets thrown through a window, and I'm left questioning the school's insurance policy. Flashbacks reveal an ugly loser rival laughing maniacally, existential dread pouring in like tap water, and a manipulative romantic interest whose smiles are literally weaponized. Audience, screaming internally. Narrator, yep, that's emotional trauma, delivered with extra sugarcoating and a side of salt. And let's not forget that friendship is optional, and betrayal is guaranteed. Young love, if by love you mean weaponized feelings wrapped in a cute uniform. Training montages commence because what's a magical academy without them? Our protagonist struggles with magic like algebra on a Monday morning, while dorm mates demonstrate absurd powers and simultaneously throw shade like it's a competitive sport. Pomfio spins roses into deadly projectiles, Scarabia conjures sandstorms while laughing maniacally, and Diasomnia silently manipulates the shadows to haunt your dreams. Octavinelle schemes in the background, probably thinking of ways to steal snacks and souls simultaneously. Ignihide engineers gadgets that could easily obliterate a small country, but uses them to make the cafeteria slightly less boring. Every cliché imaginable happens, but somehow it's actually entertaining. Look at them go, summoning monsters, throwing fireballs, and making the place look like a magical dumpster fire. If Hogwarts had the budget of a candy store ad and the morality of a soap opera, this is it. Punchline. Congratulations. You survived montage hell without spontaneously combusting. Then comes the arc everyone secretly loves. Minor fights that spiral into full-blown chaos. Claw challenges Scarabia to a duel because, apparently, ego is a measurable energy source. They clash in a spectacular explosion of fire, sand, and badly executed gymnastics. Our protagonist barely survives, accidentally discovers latent powers, and one Octavinelle student casually siphons the energy of everyone around them like an overworked coffee machine. Meanwhile, Diasomnia whispers ominous warnings from the shadows, and Pomfio literally turns a rose into a missile for maximum dramatic effect. Amid the carnage, the narrator breaks the fourth wall. Dear viewers, this is why you don't skip tutorials on emotional intelligence and magical combat. And after the dust settles, the final punchline lands. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you never trust someone wearing eyeliner and a smile. They will ruin your life. The plot thickens when a mysterious shadow emerges, hinting at a bigger villain lurking behind the curtains. Our protagonist and dorm mates are forced to band together, though grudgingly, because survival depends on combining powers and ignoring personality clashes. Betrayals occur mid-battle, because, of course, one ally decides it's the perfect moment to stab someone in the back while another character dramatically cries over their lost honor. Fight sequences become a symphony of explosions, shattered windows, and emotional screaming, as students learn, very slowly, that their magic isn't just for show. Yet somehow, even in the midst of carnage, our protagonist cracks a joke. I didn't sign up for this emotional roller coaster. I just wanted to pass classes. Classic. Meanwhile, romantic tension simmers. The manipulative crush delivers cryptic smiles. Someone gets caught in a love triangle, and one poem for your student flings a rose that nearly blinds our protagonist. Yes, it's ridiculous. Yes, it's melodramatic. And yes, it's absolutely perfect. This is Disney villain energy meets edgy anime, and every second is chaotic enough to make you question why you even click play. But just when you think it's all fun and games, betrayal strikes again. A friend's secret agenda comes to light. A spell backfires, and suddenly the school is on fire. Our protagonist barely survives another near-death experience and mutters, "I'm starting to think this school is less about learning magic and more about learning trauma." Finally, the showdown with the main villain arrives. Drama levels hit maximum overdrive. Spells fly, rooms collapse, minor characters get sidelined in spectacular fashion, and the protagonist discovers hidden powers at the last possible moment. Dorm mates throw themselves into danger, enemies smirk while plotting, and the entire school teeters on the edge of collapse. The villain's dramatic monologue lasts entirely too long, and honestly, we were wondering if someone needs a coffee break. Meanwhile, I, your humble narrator, comment, if you thought finals week was stressful, try surviving this while keeping your dignity intact. And just when you think victory is possible, a massive cliffhanger hits. A new threat, darker than anything before, emerges from the shadows, leaving our hero's fate uncertain and the audience screaming. As the smoke clears, the school is barely standing. Dorm mates nurse emotional and magical injuries, and our protagonist sits in stunned silence, wondering if they deserve a medal or a therapist. A mysterious figure lurks off-screen, plotting, scheming, and probably judging everyone's fashion sense. Just when you breathe a sigh of relief, BAM, another catastrophic challenge appears. Stay tuned, because if you thought today was chaotic, next week's insanity is sponsored by a demon overlord, budget cuts, and pure malice. And that, dear viewers, is your twisted, dark, and slightly ridiculous recap of Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation. Remember, magic school equals chaos central, pretty boys equal emotional landmines, friendship is optional, and betrayal is guaranteed. Hit like if you survived this nonsense, subscribe for more sarcasm disguised as commentary, and comment your favorite weapons of mass distraction moment. Until next time, stay twisted and slightly horrified.